Ooh, Sharon is taking care of Celine. Alright, welcome back everyone. I'm Craven and this is called Steel. We are at the evening, very late, of the end of the first day of the Academy Festival, and it looks like we are rehearsing one last time before the day's over, so we are ready for the second day tomorrow, where they have to perform basically like an idol group, so I can't wait to see that, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. So let's continue where we left off. Yeah, the final song fits in perfectly. I'll bet it will be quite a surprise for our audience too. See? What did I tell ya? Well, one doesn't typically attend concerts expecting a deception. They'll never see it coming. I see no harm in a little unpredictability. After all the festival planning, I think people will appreciate something that wasn't part of the program. Now that we've got that settled, it all comes down to how much we can pump up the crowd. Well, we've done just about everything we can do. We'll just have to play our hearts out and let fate decide the rest. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun! Huh? Is something wrong, Emma? You don't look so hot. You're not starting to feel sick, are you? No, I'm feeling fine. I was just thinking about the latest news I heard about Crossbell. Oh yeah? There's that rumor going around. Oh, you're talking about the one involving the International Bank of Crossbell, right? Apparently they've frozen access to all their foreign accounts. On top of that, you've got the bank CEO, Dieter Kra, serving as one of the Crossbell's two head of state. He won the managerial election a few months ago, but even in political office he stayed on as head of the IBC. I actually met him in person once. Wow, really? Yeah, not on my own though. I was with my mother. The IBC is a long-standing business partner of the Reinford Company. They acted as an intermediary for the Orbital Network. And Arcus projects, actually. But he never seemed like the kind of person who'd do anything this extreme. If the IBC really has frozen the bank's international assets, it's going to cause chaos across the entire continent, not just in Erebonia. Could lead to a depression. A pretty big one too. Well, some of my family's assets have been hit by the IBC's freeze as well. I just don't get it. If they push their luck too hard with the Empire and the Republic, there won't be a Crossbell state for much longer. So either they're doing all this accepting that could happen, or they've got something else in mind. With all this going on, are your families really gonna be able to make it tomorrow? Got a lot of VIP parents in this class who are supposed to show up, right? That is true. It might be rather difficult for them to make it. Given he's on board of the directors, I was expecting my dad to at least make an appearance, if he couldn't stay. Yeah, I don't think my sister will have any trouble making it, but I'm not so sure about my dad now. Well, same situation here. My grandfather should be able to make it, no problem, but my mother... My only family member who will be visiting is my younger brother. Oh yeah, only my sister will be coming, so nothing to worry about there. Eustace and Laura, you've both got family coming too, right? Right, but considering my father's current position, whether he makes it or not depends more or less on chance and circumstance. I can't really hazard a guess as to whether my brother will be able to make it. Ordinarily, he has a responsible degree of freedom, but with all that's been going on, he's been quite a busy man. Well, you can save yourself some chronic hand-wringing. I've just been informed that all of them will be able to make it. Instructor? Is that true? It sure is. They all called the Academy about it earlier today, in fact. The situation in Crossbell isn't so dire that it's going to have an immediate impact here in the Empire. So they've decided that the best thing to do is just attend as planned, to show everyone it is still business as usual. Well, that's certainly something. I'm actually a bit relieved to hear that. Well, anyway, never mind that. You've got your big day tomorrow. So I hope you're ready to tear it up on stage. Class 1's got that operetta they're doing, right? I snuck in a peek at their rehearsal earlier, and the amount of effort they're putting into the whole production, it's almost scary. Wait, they are rehearsing today too? Well, it looks like they went straight to the principal to ask for permission, and he made a special exception for them. I figured they'd just coast along on their family pedigrees, but they're putting their hearts and soul into this. Whatever you guys said, you must have really lit a fire under them. What should we do? Maybe we should have one more rehearsal just in case. Nah, we put in plenty of time. We're as good as we're gonna be for this performance. Any more rehearsing would just be redundant. Well, I suppose you're right. If we whip ourselves into a panic and just rehearse until we drop, we might actually be more likely to screw up. You make a good point. In lacrosse, getting good rest before a big match makes a huge difference. I guess it may be the best to simply rest for tonight then. We'll need every bit of our strength tomorrow. Yeah, we've done all the work we can. I'm sure a good wind will blow on for us. I'm impressed. You guys are a lot calmer than I thought you'd be. And here I was, all ready to lecture you if you seriously suggested rehearsing at this time of night. Instructor? We wouldn't have even thought to do it if you hadn't come barging in here, trying to scare us by telling about Class 1. She's just sulking because she feels left out. That's a dirty lie and you know it. Hey, what's that sound? Why are they ringing the bell this late? Hold up. It's not the school's bell. I can't remember ever hearing one like that around here before. Now that you mention it, it did sound different from the bell we normally hear. Wait. No, it couldn't be. The ringing bells of a trial coming up. This is like the bell we heard in Lohengrin Castle, isn't it? It is the same sound, I'm sure of it. That's impossible. And yet... What's going on, you guys? Lohengrin is that old castle in the Graham, isn't it? Yeah, the one you told us that ghost story about. Well, it seems like things just took a turn for the strange. And I have a feeling I know where this lonesome bell is tolling from. Come with me if you're curious. I am curious, but we just said that we wouldn't tire ourselves out. If we are going into the old schoolhouse, it's gonna be a very tiresome night. Yeah, I didn't figure it'd be the main building's bell. Wait, that would mean... the old schoolhouse. Damn, they even have that ghostly light on it. I think level 7 just opened up. I knew it. Let's go take a closer look. What's going on? Where are they off to at this hour? And where's that bell tolling coming from? Well, we're just having some extra lessons. Can we actually go through that barrier? Are we allowed to?
What is this?
Seems like there's some kind of force field. No idea what's powering it, though.
Oh my! There's something very strange about this. Very strange indeed. This academy may have been founded by Emperor Dreikels, but this particular building dates back long before even his time, I believe.
Principal Van Dyke, what are you all doing here?
Sarah's with you too!
So, you've come.
Of course we would.
What's going on here?
I'm sure you heard the tolling of the bell earlier. Apparently, as soon as that started, this barrier appeared. We've had several students testify that was the case, at any rate.
Looks like it's covering the entire building.
I tried the direct approach and hit it with a hammer, but it just absorbed the impact. Wow.
So it's some sort of field that negates any physical force applied to it?
We've known from the beginning that this building was one big mystery, but it seems we didn't realize just how big.
Want me to call out Lammy and have him smash through?
Don't bother. It'd just be a repeat of what happened in Lohengrin Castle.
Yeah, nothing we tried could even scratch that barrier. And this one seems a lot like it.
Gather the staff for an emergency meeting. I'm afraid we'll have to prepare for the worst.
Yes, sir.
No. They're not gonna cancel the second day, right? We've prepared for that.
I suppose we have no other recourse at this point.
Toa, going forward, let's assume that the second day of the festival and all related events will need to be cancelled. George, I'd like you to gather your equipment and keep a close watch on this area.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Wait! Are you really going to cancel the festival?
Under these circumstances, there's not much else we can do. If the building is still like this tomorrow morning, there's no way we can let visitors onto the campus.
Then let Rean handle it. Let him touch the barrier. He heard it inside of him that the time for a trial has come, and the barrier is probably lit up that only he is the one that can enter the building. So Rean, touch it.
We have no idea what's happening in there either. The risk of danger is too great. It's possible we might need to evacuate the academy. Or even all of Trista.
No way. Damn it. Is that our only option?
I guess from a risk management point of view, that's the only sensible course of action, but...
He will not let all their practice go to waste.
Over the past month, we've poured everything we have into getting ready for this festival. Maybe we wanted to prove we could put on just as good a show as the other classes. Maybe we wanted to impress our families. Maybe it's just that being with friends and working to make something great is its own reward.
Rean. Yeah.
That's all just secondary right now. What's really important is our chance to leave a legacy here. To do something new classes might look at and aspire to. Winning or losing, that doesn't really matter in the end. And it doesn't ultimately matter whether our show is a smash hit or totally tanks. Because what we worked for isn't fame or bragging rights. We worked to put on the best damn festival we could. So all I'm asking for is a chance to see that through. That's not too much to ask, is it?
Oh.
He's right, you know.
I'm with Rean on this too.
Perhaps the best we can put forth will amount to nothing in the end.
But even if it does, as long as we have a chance to do something about it, we won't just take this lying down.
Yeah, we spent way too long practicing to just throw it all away.
Besides, it'd be super lame if we missed a chance to strut our stuff!
Since the beginning of the year, it's been our class's responsibility to investigate the Old Schoolhouse.
That's right. And it just so happens that we haven't made our monthly visit yet.
She means to the Old Schoolhouse. Nothing else that's a bit more personal than that.
You guys are actually serious.
Sure looks that way.
Man, hearing you guys so fired up brings a little tear to my eye.
Well, I certainly admire your spirit, but spirit alone won't be enough to get you past this barrier. Oh! Rean, what's that light?
Huh? What is this?
The key.
It's coming from your Arcus pouch.
Yeah, but why?
Arcus unit?
It looks like the quartz is shining. What?
They all are.
What's happening?
Now all of our Arcus units are glowing.
What's going on?
I doubt it's mere coincidence that this light is the same hue as the barrier.
You know, this actually reminds me of our very first day in the Old Schoolhouse.
Indeed. We were all connected together through our Arcus combat links.
It does seem similar.
Mine's doing it too.
Ooh, this is so neato!
The time has come.
Now reveal.
Rean? Rean! Are you okay?
It almost looks like he's causing a sympathetic resonance with the field.
Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting. It's an invitation. Like I and the rest of Class 7 are being called in.
Come on, lay your hands on top of that sphere.
I don't know what to say.
I see the barrier will go away.
I'm sorry, sir. I guess they ended up taking after their teacher a little too much.
Then you've been a fine instructor. I stand impressed with your students. Besides, making the choices that define you is part of growing up. It's currently 1940 hours. I'll permit you until 00 hours to conduct your investigation. Any later, and you won't get enough sleep to put on a rousing concert after all.
Still trying to consider our rest. Pretty good, Principal.
Sir.
Then we can...
You deserve the chance to earn that legacy you were talking about. To leave a light for those who'll come after. Go on. I'm not gonna chide you for being rash. Not this time, anyway.
And may the goddess guide your steps. Don't forget, too, that discretion is the better part of valor. Retreating isn't always a cowardly option.
Instructor Sarah. Instructor Thomas.
Right. Understood.
Be careful in there, everyone. We'll do whatever we can out here to back you up.
I'll leave the engineering building open for the night, so come on over if you need to use the facilities there.
Okay, so we can get out of the Old Schoolhouse once we're in there, because Thomas said that running away is an option. And now that George is saying the engineering building is open, yeah, I think we can get out. And who knows, maybe we can talk to people around campus just one more time before actually heading into the Old Schoolhouse.
I'll go ask the shops in the cafeteria to keep the lights on for you, too.
Thank you. All of you.
We're counting on you.
All right, let's go.
So I'm gonna try to pick a team that is ready for cooking, so we then can get out and maybe we can deliver it to Thomas and the maid before actually heading into the Old Schoolhouse, just in case. But we're not there yet. There's still more to be seen. Wow, the Old Schoolhouse was completely normal yesterday. What happened? The current of wind here feels strange somehow. A lot like they did in Lohengrin Castle, actually. Indeed, I can sense a welling up of spiritual energy too. Lohengrin was that castle you guys got trapped in when you visited Legram, right? It was, though this doesn't seem quite the same as the phenomenon we encountered there. Oh, I'm scared. There aren't gonna be any ghosts jumping out at us, are there? Something's different in here too. In the elevator hall? Might as well go take a look. We might as well. Look, the elevator is glowing with that same light. Almost like it's trying to guide us. There's something different about the console too. Yeah, now officially there is a level 7. We could only see that when we were all the way down to level 6. So there is a 7th floor. I knew that 6th floor couldn't possibly be the last. My guess is that the 7th floor holds the key to answering all the questions we have about this place. Well, shall we see what lies beyond? Right. Time to find out what dark terrors await us down there. I do wonder what's actually down there. Very curious. Will it be just a fight or an entire dungeon? Ooh, it's not a trial door. Last time there was a big suit of armor behind it. Which I think George never figured out how it moved. Will this be the final dungeon? Our last location where we get to fight in this game? The first part of the Cold Steel series? I'm curious.
What is this?
Glowing cogs?
We've seen some strange stuff in this schoolhouse since we started coming here, but I think this takes the cake.
I like cake.
Confirming release of the 6th lock. Potential Awakener detected. The time has come. Commencing the 2nd trial.
That looks extremely ominous. I love it.
This looks the same as the red door we found on the 4th floor, but...
It seems like there's an even bigger surprise behind this one.
I'm very curious about this 6th lock and 2nd trial business. Do you think the locks refer to each of the floors we've cleared so far?
What's a potential awakener? Is it talking about one of us?
Could be. And what will that person awaken? Because I do believe that it is Rean. It's too obvious to be somebody else. But what will he awaken?
I can scarcely venture a guess. But what seems certain is that we're here tonight because we were meant to be here.
Yeah.
Rean? Huh? Are you okay? It's the mark on your chest, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But how do you...
Call it intuition. I think it should already be quite apparent, but we're headed somewhere no living eyes have seen. Are you sure you're all prepared?
Absolutely not, but we're still going in.
Emma?
Well, well. You certainly seem to be in the know about all of this.
And how long has Celine been here?
All the time. Even if it's just to keep out a watchful eye.
Back at the start of the year, I know we all had our doubts. We've made it this far because we've accepted each other for who we are. And I think being part of Class 7 is a big part of that. Even if the world were to stand against us, we'd have each other. The challenges we face together.
Rean. Couldn't have said it better myself.
On my first day with Class 7, I was sitting in a room full of strangers. Now I know I'm standing among friends.
That's Laura, cutting right to the heart of it.
Yeah, I don't ever recall accepting him.
Hey, rivalry is still a level of friendship in my opinion.
I could say the same about you.
Some things never change, do they?
Honestly, if they ever stop bickering, I'd probably miss it. It's just one of those things that makes us what we are.
Aw, you guys have a good thing going. Wish I was a part of it.
But you are. Your Argus wouldn't have light up like that if it wasn't.
You said it, Short Stack. Don't know that there's much of a place for a slackadaisical second year either.
What kind of talk is that? You two belong here just as much as the rest of us. And I think you'll have to agree, Emma. Class 7 is the best there is.
Well said. I may not always show much in the way of class spirit, but I'm confident Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer.
Then what are we waiting for? No one might ever know what we do here tonight. We're not doing this to prove to others how great we are. We're doing it to prove it to ourselves. To face down our fear, conquer it, and earn the answers we deserve.
Rean. All right. I won't try to dissuade you.
Let's go.
Let's go earn our chance to leave our mark on this academy.
Yeah!
And let's hope the mark won't be a crater where this old schoolhouse ever was. Damn. This is a final dungeon if I ever saw one. Look at that. For some reason it gives me a little bit of Zonarkhan vibes, I don't know why. That's the first impression I'm getting from this. And of course Final Fantasy X, a game we'll definitely play somewhere in the future. We're only gonna start another series of games, but first, Legend of Heroes.
Whoa.
I'd expected to see something that defied explanation, but this is beyond imagination.
Still, this trial is ours to overcome, and overcome it we shall.
Yeah, you're right. So, how about it, Rean? Any words of wisdom from our fearless leader?
Huh? What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want, I guess.
Gotta have a little pep talk before we begin the mission.
Yep. Just think of it as another of our old schoolhouse adventures.
Let's do this, boss man.
Just don't say anything you might regret later.
You guys aren't making this any easier. Alright, Class 7. Our mission is to explore the 7th floor of the old schoolhouse and find a way to return the building to normal. Are you ready to give this everything you've got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a little bit simple in my regard, but considering the speech he gave about Class 7 before we headed in, I'll allow it. And yes, a new level of our Flame Slash. Azure Flame Slash. I was hoping that we would be able to take the entire class into this. Alright, Laura will definitely be here. I don't think it matters because I want to go out and prepare certain things and see if there are people we can talk to around town. So I'm just hoping that the people that I'm picking will be the ones I need for the cooking. Because that's basically where I'm picking them for. Nothing else at the moment. I can't deny I feel kinda scared when I think about what we might find down in those depths. But after everything we've been through together, I just can't give up here. We've been in tight spots plenty of times, but we've always managed to pull through. I'm sure things will be the same this time too. Oh, I'm 100% confident in that. I knew the old schoolhouse had been around since the Dark Ages, but who could ever predicted something like this? Still, I'll bet the solution to stopping whatever is going on lies somewhere inside. Which means the only choice we have is to march right in there and bring this to its conclusion. Oh, there must be some reason we were the only ones able to get inside. That voice just now. It said something about a potential awakener, didn't it? Stay alert, everyone. I can feel a lot of enemies wandering around in there. But I can't feel what's ever at the end. Basically, it's as bad as it looks. We should be careful. Alright, this means that everyone that can stand here will have potential attacks, which I do definitely want to hear. But let's see what we can cook up with the party we have right now. Did I already did the hamburger? Oh yeah, we did. We went back into the old schoolhouse at the end of the day before we did the activation of the ticket. Huh. Almost forgot about that. So we are ready for this. So the only thing we have left to do is just switch up the party that we can hear the speech of the other people. And then basically head out the schoolhouse and see what happens if we do that. I think Emma will never be here because she's always a permanent fixture of the group. Probably for certain scenes that's going to end up later on. So the four that we do need to pick are the ones that are already standing here, and then we'll see what we'll do about the rest. Oh, we still need to do one. Fine. Now that I think back, there was a door similar to this one back in Lower Wind Castle too. Both locations have strong ties to Emperor Drykos, but I can't help but feel there's more to it than that. The only way to find out what we've been led here is to go forward. Well, it might just have been coincidence that we all ended up in Class 7, but we've come so far together that I couldn't imagine my life without you guys. Let's go then. The time we've shared together will be our strength. I don't know why I'm being included, but oh well. Just tell me whenever you need Lemmy's help, okay? If there's anything you need smashed to bits, he's got you covered. Life's never boring with you guys around, that's for sure. No one wants to festival to end like this, a real downer, you know. That's why I'm gonna help you out as much as I can. Don't forget, we need all 7 of us for this concert, so let's ace this challenge and head back together. Alright, one more group. Just so we can talk to Eustace, and then we're gonna try and get out of here. I have to say, of all the strange situations we found ourselves in, this might be the most absurd yet. But if someone's calling us in, what's there to do but to go and find out what they want? It isn't as though we have many other options, especially if we want the festival to go tomorrow as planned. Having said that, I just think of something we might want to do. Because they are mainly the party we have used before. So we know they are strong enough to handle their own. Just in case we want to just have a little look around before we head out there. Because then in between the episodes, I can also go back into the old schoolhouse and fight. And grind a little bit just to get the link levels all done and sorted. Because one person we needed 48 different fights, so that's quite a bit.
Rean!
Hold on to that thought for now. Let's just keep moving.
Right?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Don't worry. Okay, a barrier that we need to remove. And I see one door opened up, so there's probably a portal we need to take first, isn't it? So we have a slight look in there, what we might find? Even at the risk of not being able to get out anymore. Let's see. I wonder if there are certain unique items we can get now from the spot while we're in here. Yes, new material. Never a bad thing. Are there any enemies here? Because it is a bit quiet at the moment. Or in like some kind of hub that will lead us to the areas where we need to fight people. Ooh, what? Okay. Alright, so hitting that removes certain barriers. Okay, good to know. Very cool animation. So is there no chance for us to... Oh, never mind. I was almost wondering if there will be enemies here, but I can now see 2 enemies in my vision. But let's first pick up this chest.
Oh, what a nice looking treasure chest.
Glido boots, which I assume that everything we find there will be the best of its kind. So keep giving me treasure. Alright, let's do one fight. So we know what we're up against.
This one's all ours.
Single advantage, and I don't know if it is because I mistake the distance we were.
Let's do this.
It's fine. We have a team that's more than good enough for this.
Freeze. Get it?
Yeah, and I do want to see if I can get a team that I like, the one that I want, the one that's the best.
Locked and loaded. You won't get away.
And this team is definitely up there as one of the potentials. Ooh, a little bug.
Here we go.
Flame impact. No kill.
Second form. Gale.
Yeah, I'm not just using skill after skill because I'm just getting rid of the group. And in between the episodes, we'll fight a couple of times more. I will learn the best way to handle all of them. And then we're just gonna do that.
Right.
That takes care of them.
Okay, the experience looks really nice. So if we want to level up some Master Quartz, we should be able to do that. So maybe I'll focus on having people with level 59 in my team just to get some higher base experience that will work for the potential Master Quartz. Maybe. I will keep the Megalith and Cypher on Rean and Chrome because those two, way to go to that in there because insta-kill on enemies in a group, they will definitely help. But others, we will rotate the shit out of the Master Quartz for as much as we want, especially the ones that look interesting. But like I said before, just like with the linkage, we will probably not be able to get everyone to level 5, but that doesn't mean we won't do our best. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see if George was serious about the engineering building. And he wasn't messing with us. But I do think this is going to be a nice big old dungeon for us to have our fun with, definitely. Just resting? Same customizability. Was slightly hoping to see some more stuff in here. Still all the same as it was in the engineering. Return to the elevator hall or leave the old schoolhouse entirely. Yeah, leave it. See what happens. This turn of events may very well be the old schoolhouse final trial. If this is the case, then the source of everything that's taken place until now should be waiting at the very bottom. There's no telling what will happen, so please take the utmost care while inside. Oh, we definitely will. This is the path that you've all chosen. All I can do is watch over you. There's no telling what will happen, but please take the utmost care while inside.
Ah, suddenly, as if from the heavens, a mysterious barrier surrounds the old schoolhouse. How exciting! Just what could have caused this, I wonder. May the goddess be with you all, and don't forget to tell me all about what you find in there. I can hardly maintain my composure in the face of such wonderment. Be sure to tell me all about your findings in there.
Well, we do have one thing we want to share with you.
Oh, I am simply flabbergasted at how many strange and wonderful dishes you've brought me. You have taken my tongue on a journey around the Empire and shown it new perspectives on our history and culture. Every single dish had its own unique flavor too. Some were odd, others were fragrant, but all of them were unique. He really ate them all, didn't he? Well, glad I could help. I think. This never would have happened without you. Thank you. My research has been proceeding swimmingly. It will be terrible of me not to return the favor somehow.
Yokai. Gem. This seems almost too valuable. Are you sure you don't mind me taking it?
Oh, please, by all means. I have every intention of supporting you in every way I can, just as any of your instructors would. I'll make sure that my classes are even more interesting than they already are. I hope you're excited.
Great. Just remember, you've got permission to be in there until midnight on the dot. Make sure you're all back by then. As long as you all understand, I'm not going to tell you off for being a little outspoken this time. You've all grown a lot since you first came to the academy, so whatever in there, give it everything you got. Will do, instructor.
We'll take care of everything out here, so while you're in there, just focus on what's in front of you. Give whatever's in there a warm Thors welcome, with your fists.
Or blades, or guns, depending on what you want to use.
Oh, don't do anything risky in there. George opened up the engineering building for you, so you better make sure you're totally ready before you go in. I think the academy shop might have some new equipment too. Promise me you'll make it back here safely, okay? Don't do anything risky in there. George opened up the engineering building.
Yes, we'll be as safe as we can. I wonder how many people will be out here. Not very busy. So I'm assuming all buildings will be closed except the student union building and the academy engineering building. And he would have gotten some new equipment as well, which is nice, but I'm already worried about the money. Yep, that's gonna be a thing, isn't it? Oh yeah. Well, we'll find a way to gather up some cash while we're in the old schoolhouse. Is it by selling items, gathering them, defeating enemies? Will make it happen. Alright, I do want to have a quick look at that student union building. I'm hoping the maid would be here too. Are we actually allowed? We're allowed back to Trista. So all these shops are open as well. So we do have a pawn shop we can go to. Bookstore, everything. You know what? I'm gonna check only the weapon store here so I know what prices I'm talking about, but we're gonna do a roundabout before we head back into the old schoolhouse. I guess it's kind of lucky that I was getting things set up for tomorrow. What's with that ringing sound though? Did the main building's bell break or something? Well, I don't know, I don't care. Shop's open if you want to buy anything. Just shout over the sound of the bell. Okay, so the equipment he has so far is the exact same that we already bought. Okay, thankfully. Alright, doesn't mean that we won't get anything else new, but at least we have most of the things we want. So it means money shouldn't be a big problem. I haven't got a clue what's going on, but they asked me to open up the cafeteria again. I was getting ready for tomorrow anyway though, so it's no big deal. But now that I'm here, just give me a holler if you want to order anything. Just normal stuff. Okay, so it does seem that the normal stores will be open, and it does look like Trista is as well, but I can't assume anything, just considering the time of day it is. Yeah, there are people out here. Probably people we can do, like the maid. So yeah. So, I'm gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna do our rounds through the entirety of Trista, the academy, and all that kind of stuff. Checking out the stores and see, maybe we can find some more little things that we still need before heading in there. Because we have to be as ready as we can to handle whatever is inside the old school house. So, until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we prepare to take down the Old Schoolhouse. See you then. Bye bye.